We have Coach coming in.
Hey, Coach, we will get started with questions from Kent. Kent, go ahead.
Does what happened in your opponent's last game mean anything as far as your preparation? I mean, does it change what you expect from the Aces, knowing that they lost at home in overtime in their last game?
I mean, other than, how would we feel? And that's what we've made them aware. How would we feel? And we beat them in overtime at our place. I don't know. How do you think the Aces are feeling right now?
Motivated, perhaps?
Perhaps. I'm not in their locker room, but I would assume.
Last time you guys played, it was one of the greatest kind of front court games that I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
A repeat there? I mean, can you just talk about how great that matchup is at those two positions on both teams?
Yeah, we're not sure if Liz is playing. That's the first thing. So I don't think you're going to get exactly the same. But Sil is, Sil's such a big part of what we're doing, and obviously Fee, and then Asia Wilson, and neither team is going to change their identity. So it's going to be a paint game. It's going to be a front court type of a game for sure.
Carolyn, go ahead.
Hey, Cheryl, over the last 5 games, it has really come together for you guys. What do you like about what you're doing?
Just putting the ball where we want to put the ball. We don't have, just kind of willy-nilly, shot selection. We're very intentional about what we're doing. We've shortened the playbook by a lot, narrowed in on what we're good at, and we just try to live in that space.
And then having Lasia Clarendon, your all's record has improved having her. What did she bring for you guys?
Well, I think we're 9-3 since May 30th when Lasia first stepped on the court as a Lynx, and Lasia brings great leadership. That was instant, and great communicator. She also brings a very physical style of play, which I enjoy a lot. They like to rebound, they like to defend, they like to play and pick and roll game, and those are all things that have been valuable. It gives you a different look to go to. You hit them with some Sil stuff, you hit them with some Fee stuff, a little bit of K-Mac, and then, oh gosh, there's Lasia. And if you don't respect Lasia, then she'll let you know.
And then my last one, you've been having the interchangeable of Nafisa and also with Danta posting up the guards. Is that something intentional you are looking to do?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something we always look for opportunities. I think any team does. I mean, you've got someone like Collier, that's a bigger small forward, and if you end up going small, we'll try to find a way to carry the ball. And then also if you choose to guard Dantas with a perimeter player, try to put a post on Fee. Dantas is a big girl, and she's proven to be pretty efficient down there as well.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anne-Marie, go ahead.
Cheryl, can you give us a little insight into the schedule in the next month with you being an assistant coach and 4 players going to their respective teams? What does it look like for this team?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're all kind of getting started here in a few days. Australia already getting started, and I think France and like everybody's, Nigeria, everybody's kind of in that mindset of, it's time. We're ready to compete, for medals over in Tokyo. So schedule, we get together on Monday. So, we'll be in LA and come back here to Vegas, and we'll be in Vegas for a week, and then we're off to Tokyo on the 19th. And, we're just going to, work our tails off, try to be the best possible team we can be, compete for a 7th consecutive gold, which is really incredible.
And then for the players that are not part of an Olympic team, how much time will they get off, and who will they work with when they come back?
It varies by team. I mean, you'll get a couple of weeks. And that's changed drastically, I think, from the 2016 Olympics. We used to have a rule that you couldn't be out of market for more than a week. That doesn't exist anymore. So I think most teams are going to be off for a couple of weeks before they get back together. And then they'll have a few weeks together. So, which I think is very reasonable. The schedule varies from team to team. We'll see what works for our team. But you certainly don't want it to be punishment for the ones that aren't Olympians. At the same time, it's tremendously valuable, especially for our team. We've got some injuries that we'll be able to work on, and we've got some skill development that we can do.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
All right, we have time for 2 more quick ones. We'll go Danny and then Jack. Danny, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. I was just wondering, you mentioned before the overtime win against the Aces a few weeks ago. You had the lead in the fourth quarter, gave it up, went to overtime. What does the team need to do to kind of pull away earlier and prevent another close game?
Yeah, I mean, I can't necessarily prevent close games. I'm okay if 5 minutes to go is close. That means we did something right. Um, I thought that going into the fourth quarter, we sort of had things where we wanted them in terms of their free throw attempts, and the bottom fell out on us in the fourth quarter with regard to them getting to the foul line. They got a ton of calls. We turned the ball over. Combination of those two things, fouling and turnovers, will get you every time. And then I was just really, really pleased that, when it did go to overtime, we didn't have the momentum, but we were able to hang on and win the game. And, as Bill Lambier told me many, many times, by 1 or by 21, just win the game.
Jack, go
Thanks so
ahead.
much.
You're welcome.
Hey, Cheryl. Since your last game against Las Vegas, they're first in offense and net rating, and then second 3-point shooting and free throws taken. When a team's coming in on such a role, playing multiple offensively, how do you pick and choose your battles throughout the game, and kind of how does that impact the way that you make adjustments during the game?
You just don't want great players to get 28 like Asia Wilson got on us. That's really big. So we want to try to limit the monster game, which we weren't able to get done. You got to try to defend without fouling, which is a tall order, but we've got to get that done. I think if we can do some of those things, we like some of the matchups we get. We have some things we can do adjustment wise, but I mean, ultimately, like you said, they're, offensively and defensively, they're probably the best team in the league right now, statistically.
Great. Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us for pregame.